So everyone please give a warm welcome to our very own national champion, Chris Westfall.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to a presentation about your story. Picture this. An executive meets you for the first time and says, "Hi, I'm a big fan of the PLP program and UNT. There's my business card. I'd like to know a little bit more about you. Tell me a little bit about yourself." What do you say? What do you do? That's where we're all going to start today, is with the story of you. The good news is that just as you have the details of your life, so everyone here today has the details that they need to tell their story, and to tell their story using the new elevator pitch. You know, your story is one of the most powerful tools that you have in business. Think about it. Every class that you take, every meeting you take with a professor, every event that you go to in the spirit of networking through the PLP program is an opportunity for you to add to your experience and an opportunity for you to add to your story. Our job today is to work together to select the words that will help you most. Your elevator pitch is a short presentation that is persuasive and helps your listener to say, "Tell me more. Tell me more about you. I'd like to know more about your work in the finance department, your minor in hotel and restaurant management, your work in the music school here at UNT. I'd like to know more about you." So that "tell me more" is the key to the new elevator pitch. Traditionally, the elevator pitch has been an opportunity for people to talk about their unique value proposition. We're going to update that today, and you'll learn that the new elevator pitch is based on the concepts of Web 2.0. The ideas that underlie social platforms like LinkedIn, and Twitter, and Facebook. The new elevator pitch is about a conversation. Conversations, we have those every day. So you have all the tools you need to tell your story. But like a game of solitaire, if you want to win, it's about getting the cards in the right order. So my job today is to help you to pick out the details that are going to make a difference. But what if in your story you feel that you have maybe some unusual characteristics? There's something about you that is unique and special, but you may be concerned that people might think of it as unusual. Perhaps you've got a value proposition that you aren't sure if people are really interested in it. You with me? Maybe you've done something in your past that's an accomplishment that you're really proud of, but you're not sure if anybody else really even cares. You picking up what I'm laying down? Are you? Yeah? With me? So, in order for us to talk about your story, we've first got to talk about the loudest voice in the room. And that voice is not my voice, it's the voice inside your head. If we're going to tell our story to others, we've got to concentrate on the story that we tell ourselves first, right? So, let me ask you just a quick question. If you know what I'm talking about when I say the voice inside your head, you know, it's that voice that tells you, you know, you really don't have something to offer, or you shouldn't speak up, or, you know, it's that voice that holds you back. If you know what I'm talking about and you have a voice inside your head, would you do me a favor? Raise your right hand and keep it up. Raise your right hand and keep it up. Yeah, your other right hand? Yes. Very good. All right. Yeah, okay. So that's everybody keep the right hand up in the air. Now, if you've ever listened to that voice inside your head and not taken action because of it, would you raise your left hand up like this? And everybody pretty much has. Now look at yourselves. Look at this position. You know what this gesture is? Surrender. Surrender. But watch this. When we put a little bit of motion, and do this with me, put a little bit of motion with it. Guess what we just changed from? Surrender to celebration. Look, it looks like y'all are celebrating me. I love it. I love it. Look at that. So is it really that easy? Do we just put a little bit of motion into surrender and it turns to victory? Well, yes, it is. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. We'll see. No, it's not that easy. But you do have to put the motion into your story to change it from surrender, to change it from being frozen into action. And telling your story in a way that is compelling, that's authentic, and relevant is what I'm here to help you do today. I don't want you to just give a pitch. I want you to deliver a message. I want you to be able to speak your story with confidence. I want you to develop a story today in the time that we have together that you would be proud to tell. Can it happen? Of course. You have all the raw materials you need, and the National Elevator Pitch Champion is here to help you. So, let's take a look now at, oh, and I've got there's a little shot of celebration. That's what it looks like so you can see it. Let me talk to you just a little bit about where the elevator pitch idea comes from. Do you know where the elevator pitch comes from? This idea of a short speech comes from the studio days of Hollywood, when a screenwriter would catch a movie executive in an elevator, and there, with a captive audience, would proceed to pitch him on a screenplay idea. I don't know about you. I think this is kind of an urban myth. I mean, who could really sell a screenplay before the top floor? I mean, even if the screenplay idea was as simple as snakes on a plane. You follow me? I mean, think about it. The elevator platform has been replaced with the social platform. I mean, if you were in an elevator with a major studio executive, wouldn't you totally tweet that? Anybody on Twitter here? Anyone? Okay, good. One guy. All right, so you're picking up what I'm saying. Okay, good, good. Whether you tweet it or tell it, your story has to be compelling to be heard. The challenge of our age is to be heard above all the tweets, the likes, the pokes, and to communicate face to face, to put down the keyboard and not ask people to read our status, but to tell it. Something new, something powerful, something that is a requirement for business. And for those of you that are not business majors, whatever you are involved in here at UNT or in your life after UNT, people want to hear your elevator pitch. They want to know more about you, about what makes you tick. This is a story that you tell to your spouse, your boyfriend, your coworkers, your team. If you want to create positive action, you have to develop a strong elevator pitch based on your story. So a persuasive story is the foundation of the new elevator pitch. But you have to watch out, because sometimes people fall back into a sales mode. They think that because it's called an elevator pitch, that they're going to assume some sort of position and speechify someone until they make a decision. And just like that example of the studio executive in the elevator, you have to be realistic about what your outcomes are. And the most effective elevator pitch begins with a conversation. A conversation that's directed, that's guided, that you know where it's going, and you take your listener there with you. That's a mark of leadership. Leadership. You know something about that, right? Leadership exists at any level. Leadership exists at any level. And not all leaders have followers, but all leaders have vision. Vision. A vision that improves the status quo. I'm here today to talk to you about improving the status quo, improving your situation, and getting control over your communication. So, in your communication, think about your vision. Think about what it is that you would like to create with, through, and for others. Because the subject of your new elevator pitch isn't about your accomplishments, it's about your listener. The conversation is about your listener and what you can do with, through, or for others. And if you say, well, I don't have much of a track record. I sort of look like the guy with the floppy ears that you showed earlier. So I'm not sure what I can do with, through, or for others. Well, what would you like to do? Everyone comes to UNT. Everyone who comes to the PLP program comes here for one reason. There are variations on this theme, but everybody's here for one reason. Ready for what it is? Transformation. Transformation, right? You want to make the maximum contribution that you can. Otherwise, why are you here? That's why I'm here. I'd like to help you get there. I'm not sure what your dreams are. I'm not sure what your goals are, but if I can help, here we are. So, your aspirations are an important part of your elevator pitch. Perhaps even more important than your accomplishments. Or maybe your accomplishments serve to create that vision of the future. That's really what leadership is all about. So the past becomes a springboard. Our story, our experiences up to date, up to now, become that platform so we can say, let me frame the future for you. We'll talk about that frame and I'll show you how to start and finish that conversation. Sound like a plan? Okay. So, I had one client that I worked with, and I do professional development coaching, so I help people with their careers and that sort of thing. And I had one gent who, he started his elevator pitch like this. Hi, my name's Fred, and I'm the Joe Montana of marketing. Now, I don't know about you. Maybe you know or don't know that Joe Montana was the championship quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he also happens to be hawking really comfortable shoes right now. So I didn't know if this guy was trying to say that he was a retired champion or that he had really comfortable shoes. When you open your elevator pitch, when you connect with somebody, you want to be disarming, you want to be unexpected, but not jarring, right? Not saying things that people have to watch ESPN in order to get you, okay? Or confusing people with strange metaphors. You want to speak with clarity. You want to speak with clarity and be clear about your unique value proposition. So, based on the platform of Web 2.0, the world in which we live, don't give a pitch. Don't do it. I'm the national champion and I'm telling you, don't do it. Why? It's outdated. It's an antique. It doesn't work. Create a conversation. Create a conversation. That's what's happening online. And now we need to get out from behind the keyboard and we need to make it happen in person. Because your elevator pitch is a short speech. You can't tell your life story from birth up till yesterday in 2 minutes or less. Right? So why would you even try? But what can you do? You can get someone to say, tell me more. Tell me more. If you were meeting with someone, your ideal executive that you'd love to meet with, maybe it's someone that your mentor is going to introduce you to, maybe it's someone that you'll meet today. Please don't pitch. Communicate. Don't give a speech, deliver a message. A message that makes someone say, tell me more.